Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Lights, camera, action. Yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, NASM Master Trainer Tony Ariola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. So, welcome. We got a special show today because we're celebrating the launch of my new Get Me Skinny program. Yes! I know a lot of us are kind of struggling with those COVID pounds, so I'm going to try to figure out what the best way to help you. So we're going to talk about everything that you need to know about online training. Not just my program. We really want to answer all your questions because let's face it, COVID isn't going away. It's it's getting kind of dicey in there. We had a case in our building and now I'm walking around all scared, picking up things with a stick, but it might be a while. So with that said, we got to figure out what works best for you. How can you work out from home? How can you stay happy? How can you stay healthy? How can you sleep well? Fight that stress and really live the life that you know you should. And don't let 2020 just be some type of madness. So today I'm going to try to help you figure out what online option is best for you. We're going to talk about on demand videos, free workouts, apps, virtual sessions, live sessions, online coaching. What does that even mean? We'll have our Asset Trainers section. If you're on right now, make sure you jump on and say hello, hi. We'll have some client testimonials. And again, we're celebrating the launch of my Get Me Skinny program. So if you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, you really want to know what it's about, if it's right for you, then make sure you stick around to the end where I'm going to describe exactly what we do in the program and how I help you bring out the best version of you. So let's get started. The first thing is free programs. And your free programs are kind of like all those videos that are on Instagram, all those influencers on on Facebook, all these different types of workouts that people, I don't know if they actually do the workouts, but at least they scroll through them and like them. You know, it's always people doing like a bunch of different workouts, but I don't know how many people are actually doing those workouts. The good thing about those workouts is they look like they're a lot of fun. A lot of them are very creative, so you can really kind of pick out some crazy type of workouts and do new movements, new things that kind of keep you excited. The problem with that is that you can kind of stop whenever you want. And if you don't like the workout, then you typically won't do it. And I don't know that many people that are on their phone and going through a workout in the gym. Maybe they're doing it at home, but that's the only problem with these free types of programs. The other thing is if you Google like free workouts, you're gonna get a bunch of them, but they're usually not tailored to you and your specific needs. Meaning there's certain limitations that you have, like you may have kids at home, you may have a heart condition, you might have an injury with your knee, you might have trouble sleeping. All that stuff needs to be built into your program in order for you to have long-term success. But the good thing is that they are at least something. So if you start with those, at least you're doing something which is a lot better than nothing. The next thing that we're looking at is video on demand. These are your Beachbody, your Nike app. I think Peloton's got one. I don't know if Orange Theory got one as well, but these are the ones that you can kind of stream, and these are like a little bit better than the free type workout. Just because to be to be an Instagram influencer with the workouts, all you gotta do is it looks like you just gotta put on some spandex, and and then suddenly you're like a professional trainer, and you can start posting like booty and band workouts. That's what it looks like to me, but there's no certifications for those guys. These guys with some of the more accredited places, at least the trainers will have some certifications, some knowledge, and some experience, because you really want a trainer that has at least minimum 2 years experience. Ideally you want that 5-year range in order for you to start listening, because unfortunately trainers are fly by night. A lot of the certifications you can do in the night, but most trainers last around less than 6 months. That's why you'll run into a lot of people who used to be personal trainers. And I always say, like, well, if you used to be a personal trainer, how good are you? I don't want my doctor who used to be a doctor. I want I want a proven plan from a professional. So if your person is a professional, 2 years, 5 years will be awesome. And that's what I like about these accredited apps like Beachbody, Nike. They're great and they have a lot of variety in workout. The cons might be it's a little bit too high impact. Some of the movements are high impact, so you got to be careful on those joints. And I don't know how well structured they are as far as tackling the major muscle groups like your chest, your back, your legs, things that you need to work in order to burn the most amount of calories. But I know they are fun and people do swear by them. I always see people posting day one of 90 of P90X. I don't really ever see day 90, but I see a lot of day ones. So keep it up. The next things are like our apps, and these are kind of like your weight loss apps, like Noom, Weight Watchers, MyFitnessPal. The pros is that these things are already on your phone, so all you got to do is, you know, literally open your phone, and before you start like trolling and ghosting and kind of surfing that stuff, you can open up and do your homework, which is like log your food, check in on the Weight Watchers app, check in on the Noon app, and make sure that you have some sort of accountability that'll help you move you forward. The problem also with those apps is that you can easily ghost people. That means that you'll get a message and you just decide to ignore it. And that's a huge problem because if you're trying to get that accountability, or like say MyFitnessPal, which I love, my clients use MyFitnessPal all the time. It's a free app. You can get the premium one as well. But what MyFitnessPal does really well is that it helps you log your food. They got a really comprehensive database. And if you're looking to understand what calories generally are and start tracking the calories, it's a really good place to start. It's free. The premium has a little bit more functionality, but they're pretty cheap, pretty affordable. So it's a good way to start. Your next one is immersive training, which I happen to like a lot. These are Peloton. I know Swift has an app that you connect to your trainer where you can. I think there's one for Swift has one for running as well. These are kind of like your virtual, kind of like a virtual video game. So what you're doing in Swift and Peloton is actually racing against other riders, and which can make the workout a lot more fun. You're really competing in an environment, a virtual environment with some riders and athletes from across the world, which can be very motivating, which is awesome. The pros is that it's quick. You could just go run upstairs or run to your room, jump on the bike, and then just kind of get your workout, or jump on the treadmill and get that workout. The problem with this is the cons is that it gets really sweaty and really hot, and also con is that you're gonna be indoors, which sometimes for me, as far as like riding my bike and running and things like that, I kind of like to be outdoors. So you are gonna be indoors, but it's fast and it's a little bit more expensive up front. Like I know the Peloton bike's a little bit pricier. I know the Peloton treadmill is a little bit more pricier. Swift, you have to have a trainer. The app is a little bit cheaper, but you have to have like the trainer that goes with it, a smart trainer, and that can cost a little more up front. So those are the kind of cons, but it's great cardio. And honestly, with all these different programs, anything that you spend as far as your equipment, workout clothes, like power meters, heart rate monitors, bikes, anything that gets you to work out more, do it, because you need to invest in your fitness and your health. When you look at your chart and you look at your expenses for like say food, shelter, you look at your extracurriculars, which are like entertainment, like your bills. One of those slices has to be health and fitness, and not just reactive, which is like your insurance premiums and health insurance. Because the reactive, you want to look at your budget and what you're spending on the front end, because you usually can tell what you're spending on the front end. Those people tend to be a lot more in shape because obviously they're investing in their health and wellness. So let's look at the next option, which is virtual sessions. It's an option that is pretty new, that thanks to COVID and how these things have kind of panned out. Virtual sessions are basically when you do a live one-on-one session with your trainer, and he's on Skype and it's from the other side. And basically he's walking you through your workout, which is very safe. You can do it from home, and they're almost like live sessions, except obviously you can't see you. There's sometimes a delay with the internet, but the good thing about that is that you can get live coaching, live feedback, and real time movement. So the days that you all you gotta do is just get ready and brush your teeth. Hopefully, some people still don't brush their teeth, but I guess I would never know. But a lot of my clients that were doing live sessions now with the gyms closed have switched to virtual sessions, and they're seeing good results. The pros, it's good motivation. You get great form. Like I said, real time. The cons is that something you're depending on the bandwidth. So if there's no bandwidth or the internet's kind of like spotty, then you're gonna have a hard time with that with the delay. Um, also the con is they tend to be more expensive. So they range anyways to train. You're talking about anywhere between, like maybe like $55 to $85 a session, which is a lot more expensive. So that's kind of the cons, but you do get more time, more one-on-one time with your trainer. You go over like exactly what you did, what are the obstacles, what are the challenges, and how do we get you to that next step. So that's what those are our virtual sessions are, which they're pretty cool. I mean, I like them. Emoji Party, yeah, woo! So if you're tuned in, hi Nicole, I see you in here. Hi Courtney, I hear you. If you're on, jump in there, say Mighty Muscle, say hi. I'm excited to see you guys in here. Make sure that you guys are staying safe, staying active, staying healthy, and staying happy, guys, because it's a tough time, and you really don't want to let fitness kind of fall by the wayside, because the problem is that you're gonna have to pick up these pieces at some point, and the further hole you dig for yourself, the harder it's gonna be. So thank you guys for jumping on. Let's go. All right. So now we get to online coaching. And online coaching is a little bit different than the virtual sessions because they're not real time. They're through a coaching program, which you get access to an app, you get Zoom kind of video coaching sessions, you get weekly from twos. So it's a different format, and it's more of accountability and tuning your program and making sure that someone's kind of checking in on you. So I can show you guys kind of a quick demo of how the online training works.
Okay, so how exactly do I get skinny?
Awesome. I thought you'd never ask. Let me show you exactly how you're going to get skinny. Let's open up your app. From the app, the first thing that you see is your dashboard. Now your dashboard tells us everything that you need to do to succeed. It gives us steps, sleep, progress, weight, body fat, photos, calories, anything and everything for you to be successful is in there. The next section is your program, which has your unique goals, your unique habits, and your training phase. Anything that you need to be successful. That leads into the calendar. And the calendar is where you can schedule all your workouts today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year. After that, we have our messaging system. Here, you can reach out to me if you need extra help or you just want to say hello. Hello, hey, hi. Let's take a look at what an exercise demonstration looks like. Once you select the workout or it's one that's in your program, you pick the exercise and you have an exact demonstration of what you need to do to perform the exercise correctly so you don't get hurt. It'll have written instructions, verbal instructions, and a place where you can record reps, weight, anything and everything related to your exercise. You can always schedule workouts, activities, cardio, photo, and body stats. And most importantly, we'll be working as a team, working together online to get yeah. So we thank the voice talent of Miss Courtney Fretwell, the host of Forensic Tales. Make sure you guys check her out on Apple or iTunes. She pays me for that, actually, to give her a shout out. But that's exactly what online coaching is. So the biggest thing with the online coaching is that we build habits, because habits roughly, most of your actions, about 40 to 50% of your daily actions are based on habits. So that means a lot of times you're going through this thing called automaticity, which means that you're on automatic pilot. So we spend a lot of time building the right habits so that these things become easier, so that in a year, 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years, you really master the basics of health and fitness in order to extend, give you more longevity, and give you more out of your life. So habit formation is huge. Accountability is huge. The exercises are important, the cardio, the water, but more importantly, you have kind of somebody that's looking out for you. The cons is that you'll need a good coach, someone that can do it and has the bandwidth to help you. And the problem is you can also still ghost. You can still disappear, and ultimately when you don't have appointments with somebody, it's hard to get people. So you need, if you're somebody that tends to disappear off the map, then online coaching might not be right for you. But if you're ready to make the jump and ready to be held accountable and ready to build a program that will last, then maybe working with a professional online coaching, and then it's a little bit more cost effective than virtual sessions, so it's a lot cheaper. So which is also a good point. Now, which one is right for you? So now I've given you a bunch of ones. I give you free workouts, apps, immersive training, app, virtual sessions, online coaching. And this is going to depend on your goals, your budget, and how much help do you need. If you're somebody that's very self-driven and can do this stuff all by themselves, then you might just need like MyFitnessPal and maybe some workouts that you can kind of download online. If you're somebody that likes to compete, you're more competitive, maybe you need some immersive training like a Peloton, things like that. If you're somebody who needs like help the whole way, you need your hand held the whole way because you know you veer off a lot, then virtual sessions might be the right option for you. If you're somebody that's kind of like in the middle, that you want to do the work, you just need someone to hold you accountable, and you need the right direction, the right habits to focus on, and the right information to make sure that this stays with you for the rest of your life, then online coaching might be the right option for you. But again, that's going to depend on your goals and on your budget and how much help you really need. Because, but you have to do something. Here's the thing about fitness: you need a plan. There's nobody that succeeds without a plan. And here's the truth: your health is the most valuable asset that you have. You only have one body, and your health is who you are. It's really the shell that you present to the world. And when you don't take care of your health, you don't take care of your fitness, everything suffers. Your relationships suffer, your career suffer, your overall happiness just suffer. Chronic pain is the number one cause for depression. Everything kind of starts with your health. And the only way things get better is a decision by you, a decision by you to take life and get a plan and start moving in the right direction. If you don't, it's not going to get better, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. I know this is kind of hard, and the reason I'm telling you that is because I see people, I work with a lot of people, and a lot of people have just kind of given up during this time, or just like, oh well, I'll just deal with COVID, whatever, once I get done. The problem is that if you fall too far off the wayside, it's really hard to get out, because as you keep doing more and more of these habits that don't align with your future self, then they're going to be harder and harder to break. Because remember, the brain works in neural nets, and the more you reinforce these bad patterns, they become like tree trunks, and so it's going to be really hard to break those things. So draw a line in the sand, and enough is enough. Make a stand and go forward in the right direction, because you're always going to thank yourself for getting in great shape, getting in great health. I have nobody has ever regretted getting in good shape. So I think the secret sauce, or the most crucial element in all this, and I talk about it in my book, Get Me Skinny, the central pillar is accountability. Somebody that you can partner up with, that you can team up with, and you know that's invested in your health. You want somebody that wakes up in the morning and says, hey, you know what, Nicole, you know what, Stacy, you know what, Eric, we're going to really focus on building the best version of yourself. And how can I get that out of you? That's what you want. You want a partnership so that you never have to feel alone again, because it sucks. Fitness is hard. I get it. It's hard, but it's hard either way. It's hard if you don't do something, and it's hard if you do something. So you might as well do something and give yourself a chance to get that prize at the end of the rainbow. Because honestly, every single person I know deserves to be happy and healthy, but that only starts if you take action. So let's look at kind of Omar, my guinea pig, Omar. So Omar came to me. Hadn't seen him in roughly must have been like 7 years, and he called me to have dinner. I hadn't seen Omar for a long time, and when I saw him, we used to pump iron together and hit weights. But when I saw him, I was like, oh wow, Omar kind of gained some a little bit of weight, and I didn't recognize him. And he's one of my best friend. I was in his wedding, and Omar's a MD. He's at the head of the ER up at Vicelli. But it was really uncomfortable for both of us. And we started talking. And at that point, I wasn't doing anything online. I was just doing the live sessions, and I wished Omar was with me because I knew I can help him. I knew if I saw him, I was like, dude, I can get you to your goal. I got like a 90% track record. We can get you there. So I was like, but if you want, you can be my guinea pig, and we can start kind of figuring out how this online stuff will work. This was like 3 years ago, and we started working it. He went through one of my courses. We spent some time. We emailed back and forth, and we literally went through iteration. Some things worked, some things didn't work, some things worked, some things didn't work. But the thing about Omar was he never quit, and we finally figured it out. So now he's 42 pounds lighter. He's in tremendous shape, and he feels good about himself, and he represents what the medical profession should be, because Omar's out there in the front lines fighting COVID, and we need him to be healthy. We need him to get the right sleep, properly hydrated, and with good nutrition, so he can make really good choices. But I want to thank Omar because even though he lost the 42 pounds, he really helped me solidify and really figure out what this online coaching program looks like. And finally, after 3 years, I'm finally ready for release. So congrats, Dr. O. So here's the ask the trainer question. This trick question, okay. What if I don't have the equipment? Yeah, which is normal. People think that you need the gym, you need the weights, you need all that stuff. But honestly, you start with whatever you have. If you don't have the equipment, we start with whatever equipment you have. If you don't have the time, we figure out the times. You break up the workout into pieces that fit in your schedule. But not having the equipment right now, I know Amazon sold out, and people are like, are like they're like they're like selling dumbbells for like what $100 and like $75, and people are just making a killing on those things. But once these things become available, you only really need a ball, which they're super cheap. Everyone can get a ball, stability ball, and some bands. You get the ball and some bands, you're good to go. You got enough to work out your chest, your back, and your legs, and the right direction. So don't let not having the right equipment hold you back, and don't let anything hold you back, for that matter, because like I said, COVID is not going to go away, and you're going to spend more time. You're going to see this. If this goes, it's been 6 months, guys. If this thing goes 9 months, 10 months, a year, and what's going to happen to your health? So I challenge you to take a stand, and enough is enough. Draw a line in the sand and start moving in the right direction, because I promise you will not regret it. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and comment a Mighty Muscle. Join our Facebook group, the Fitness Avengers, where we're fighting a lot of fat in there. There's about 150 of us in there. So just jump on in the Facebook group. I'll send you an invite, and we'll make it happen. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I'm really excited for the official launch of my program. I'm only taking the first 20 online clients. This is for a couple reasons. Number one, I really want to make sure that I have enough bandwidth to help everybody, because I don't like bringing people on that are just not going to be successful. So we really want to figure out that it's successful. Number two, I want to make sure it's the right program for you, because we got to click. We got to both be ready and be willing to work with each other. We got to commit to a program. We got to commit to long-term results and not playing games anymore. Make sure that you're headed in the right direction, and know that I really care about your goals. So I just opened up the launch today. I've got a couple people that applied. So I've got 2 people that signed up. So I got 18 slots left. So if you're ready to make a commitment and you're excited to jump on the Get Me Skinny train, then go ahead and send me a message, or go to totalbodyproject.com and you can apply there. And hopefully we're a match. You're excited. I'm excited. If you're one of my alumni clients, I would love to have you back in, just so we can touch base and really, in some cases, kick in the butt and get you going in the right direction. Because sometimes that's what we need. And remember, fitness and wellness is what I do. It's my passion. It's why I get up in the morning, and it's why I'm doing this show, to help share and spread as much positivity as possible. So thank you so much for joining me today. Stay healthy, stay happy. Next week on our show, we're going to tune in for how to get a flat belly. I know I need a flat belly, so our next show is gonna be how to get a flat belly. So make sure you tune in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay safe, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the skinny side. Dun, 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 dun. Cue the music. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, where's the music?